Hey guys, today we're talking about One Piece. We're taking a step away from the usual Pokemon content, and we're talking about One Piece because something in particular has caught my attention recently. And the story's all going to make sense in just a few minutes, but let me run it down for you guys. So, for anyone that doesn't know, or probably does know if you clicked on this video, there is a One Piece exclusive promo card that has been released and is being released throughout the coming weeks. It's the One Piece Basketball Voyage US. It's the One Piece basketball college basketball US Voyage promo. It's in like I believe it's in like OP. It's like number 55, the promo. It's like P-055, and it's a Monkey D Luffy. The Monkey D Luffy promo card. Now, admittedly, I don't know much about One Piece, and I had to bust out the only 20, 30 boxes of Japanese One Piece I had for a nice background for this video. But I do see the appeal. There's some nice cards. Uh, I could see it's in my opinion, it's a more I would say it's a uh more collectible for adults than Pokemon. I see Pokemon more as a kid's game, but you know, of course, I understand the collectability of it all around for all ages. But to me, how I perceive One Piece as someone who isn't too familiar with every single detail of the market, it seems more, older audience targeted. That's just what I think. I don't know if it's right or wrong, but I have been experimenting with selling One Piece cards, Japanese One Piece cards specifically. There's a huge reason for why Japanese, which I have talked about in other videos, but they've been doing really well. You know, even the older boxes that are reaching hundreds of dollars for just a small Japanese box, they're doing well. They're selling, OP1, OP2. But even like the new releases, OP13, OP14, I didn't even know I had that, to be honest. OP14, wow. But anyways, regardless, the point is, back on topic, this English basketball voyage promo is running currently about $1,000 per card. That's Canadian dollars that I've been seeing on eBay. And the reason why I just happened to come across and look it up is because my Japanese Pokemon card supplier messaged me and said, we have over 100 copies of this card, and the price is roughly $1,000. They gave the price in yen, but to make it simple, it was roughly $1,000, and they have over 100 copies. If you do the math, that's $100,000. But what's more flabbergasting to me is that, okay, this card is like the first release was like January 23rd, a couple days ago, and it's an English release. And from my understanding, you can only get these if you get a ticket to attend the game. And what I saw online from some brief research, the ticket's like what, 150, $200, but the card's reselling for $1,000. And these people are able to get their hands on like multiple, like 10, 20, 30 copies at a time at least when they attend this game. So I don't know how it works, the distribution exactly, but something tells me someone in Japan shouldn't have 100 copies of $1,000 card. And something else tells me that a card shouldn't be worth $1,000 a couple days after release just for being an exclusive promo. And admittedly, like I said, I know not nearly as much about One Piece as I do about Pokemon. Plus, I am trying to learn more, and that's why I want to talk about these interesting market fluctuations like this. It's just not even market fluctuation, just insane market prices that are being set for One Piece cards. In addition to that, there's so many like chases, in One Piece sets, especially the English ones that reach the several thousands, just raw cards, and it's just insane. And furthermore, on top of that, the English sealed boxes, the modern boxes, are going for several hundreds to over $1,000 a box for a modern box. And I don't know if this is because I'm not super deep into the One Piece scene, but I don't see the same complaints that I see for a $300 Pokemon box where everyone's crying about the scalpers, the resellers. I've heard some complaints, oh, the Pokemon resellers are moving to One Piece. Yeah. But overall, it seems a lot of people are willing to accept these crazy prices for One Piece. And if there's any true One Piece fans and collectors watching this, feel free to correct me in the comments and educate me. But this just seems crazy to me that a single card that is being mass handed out as a promo is being worth 1,000. And at first, I thought I misread the message. I thought that the Japanese seller was offering to me these cards for $100 a piece, and even then, I was skeptical. And I did some research online. I was like, "There's no way it's worth $100, right?" Because they said that okay, shipping is gonna start, January 30th. So I was like, I'm looking it up. There's no way this card's worth $100 out the gate. And it turns out it's worth 1,000, and I misread the message, and they're selling it for 1,000. So my two problems that arise with this is, first of all, how is the market allowing that a single card on release, like a promo that could be mass produced, is $1,000 out the gate? I would expect this, in at least a year, maybe a couple years, for a promo card to reach $1,000 raw. And then the second issue is, how is this guy in Japan? I'm closer to the US than he is from Canada, and he's in Japan, and he's able to offer 100 copies of this card at $1,000 a piece. Yeah, he could have paid a crazy amount, but it's so fast. It just released a couple days ago, and he already has these. He's trying to sell them, and I get it's a super hype item. It's a super high and hype item, and it could be, just okay, a one-off thing, because I don't know the market of promos for One Piece. But still alone, that's just crazy. Pretty much, I would say, not a single Pokemon card I have seen ever come out the gate at $1,000 for a promo. Like, it just really doesn't happen at all. Yeah, sure, there's some rare cases, but it's so rare that it's pretty unfathomable to me. And that's why I want to talk about how crazy it is for the One Piece cards to be doing this. And then the fact that my Japanese card supplier is already on that. Before I can even get, I see still pre-sales up on eBay. And this guy in Japan already has it. So basically the whole point of this video was to say, all right, this is absurd. And a lot of people have been saying with all the collectibles, especially Pokemon, that the bubble is bursting soon and everything's gonna be going down. And everyone's worried about their Pokemon cards when my UPC case is worth 3,000 and it's gonna go to 0. But is no one concerned about the state of these One Piece cards? When I did some brief research on this card, because I just couldn't believe it was $1,000 a card, I see a lot of people showcasing the card, a lot of people talking about it, how to get it. Yeah, some people talking about reselling it, but there's no one else that's shocked about this crazy pricing. And again, it could be because I'm just not well versed in the market, but there's no way this could be healthy for a card game, right? So again, if anyone wants to bring their arguments in the comments, happy to hear what these people have to say, because a lot of people have been extremely particular. A lot of rather uneducated people have been extremely particular about the Pokemon card market and how it's going to 0. A lot of people have been very vocal about how they think that all of us are going to be losing all our money in Pokemon because it's not a real investment. To each their own, but let me know what you guys think about this happening with the One Piece cards. But yeah, that's going to be it for this video. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the switch up of the content. Even this video gets like 0 views. That's going to be it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments about this crazy $1,000 promo on release. And yeah, that's going to be it for this video. Subscribe to join the journey.